Hey everyone, so welcome to the demo of PromptLab. So PromptLab is basically a Google Sheet add-on that lets you interact with LLMs directly from Google Sheet. So no more having to copy paste things from Google Sheet to an OpenAI or to Claude and then copying the responses back. You can do all that from within the Google Sheet. And the benefit of this is also that you can easily compare the outputs of different prompts or different models in a single view. So let me just show you how PromptLab works. Let's first go through the very basic functionality. So as I mentioned, you can directly interact with an LLM from the Google Sheet. So for example, let's say you want to, see what is who is the president of France. So basically what you do is, this is the query that you want to send to LLM, and then from here you can select the model, and when you press enter, it's going to make a call to GPT-4o and it's going to show you the response. So here you go, the response is, as my last update, the president of France is Emmanuel Macron. And you can also change the model here. So for example, let's try deepseek and see what deepseek would respond. Here you go. As you can see, a slightly different response. The answer is accurate, but slightly different response. So in crux, this is what PromptLab is all about. Now there are different ways you can use it, and let me show you how. So for example, you want to compare what is going to be the output of different models for same prompt and input. So let's say for example you are designing a customer service bot, and let's say the prompt is, you are a customer service bot agent, you are known for being empathetic and use a very calm manner when responding to queries. Right now, let's just copy paste this prompt. Now the input is, let's say, whatever the customer query might be. Right, let's simulate a frustrated customer. My order got delivered more than 1 hour late. I am extremely hungry. Please refund me my complete money. Right now, let's just copy paste this. Now how do we test what is the response for each of these different models going to be? So simple, I'll use the same formula, test prompt. Now what are we going to send to the LLM, right? I'm going to send them both the prompt and the input. So let's just append this. So this is the complete query that we will send to the model, and what is the model we are selecting? That is GPT-4o mini, and press enter. And now here you see, it's already returned the response for this model. Now how do I test what is going to be the response of different models? I'll just copy paste this formula. Let's wait to see what the response is going to be. Here you go. This is GPT-4o mini, this is Gemini 2.0 Flash. DeepSeek chat, as you can see in the previous example, also takes a little longer to respond. And GPT-4o hasn't run the response. So this is basically, when you create an account with PromptLab, there's a default limit of 20 times for which you can use this particular model, simply because it's extremely expensive at this point of time. So that's why we just kept this limit for demo purposes. Now, you can easily compare which model do you think has the best response. Now here's the best part. You do not just use models based on the accuracy or the kind of response, but also based on how much it's going to cost you to run that model. So for that, we have the simple function called LLM cost. So in this, what you're going to select is what is going to be the input, right? So the input is basically what you send to the LLM. You sent this. Then what is the LLM response? This was the LLM response, and then you select the model. Basically, the reason why you have to select both the input and output is so that we can estimate the tokens that will be used for that particular call, and then we're just selecting the model and press enter. Now 47 is cost for million such requests. So if you get million these customer queries, use this prompt, this is the kind of response you get. It's going to cost you just $47. Now let's quickly see what is the cost for other models. So Gemini 2.0 Flash is slightly expensive at 60. DeepSeek Chat is like way more expensive at 220, and this one is actually sort of slightly incorrect because the model didn't really give us a response. But the idea is that if you use this input, this kind of input, this is what GPT-4o is going to cost you. So based on this, you can easily see, okay, GPT-4o mini is the cheapest model. The response seems fine. Maybe I'll use this. So that is one way that you can easily compare the responses of different models. Now you can also easily compare different prompts for the same input. So here you see what I've done is, let's take this. This is the customer query, right? Now what I've done is I have entered these prompts. Right now all of these prompts are same, but we can like make a small change. You are, let's just play with this. You are an experienced customer support executive. You are a, let's say, humorous customer support executive. We can remove GPT-4o for now because we've hit the limit for this model. And the best part is, like, right now, let's just use how different prompts will, the output of different prompts is going to be for the same model, but you can easily just change the model also and see for that prompt and that model combination what the response is going to be. So we'll use this formula, test prompt, what is going to be our input, and what basically whatever we send to the LLM, this is what we're going to send to the LLM, and this is the LLM model that we're going to use. Now let's just freeze these so we can drag the formula, and there you go. And let's just wait for the response. Okay, and let's just copy paste this formula and let's wrap the text. Okay, so you see we gave it a personality that it's a humorous customer service executive, so we just try to add some humor, and here you can see telling it it's an experience versus an experience, what's the difference. Like for example, here it's thanking the user for its patience, but here they're not doing that. So that's the difference in giving the personality to a model. Now let's say here you change this from GPT-4o mini to Gemini 2.0 Flash, and then you can also see what's the oh dear, angry customer is a scary customer, actually much funnier compared to the GPT-4o mini, but you get the idea. Very simply you can compare combination of different prompts, different models, and take it from there. Now let me show you the third use case, which is, so this is basically if you want to do bulk processing of data. So bulk processing, basically, like let's say you have like in this case I've just taken like these 20 odd rows, but let's say you have like 1000 rows and you have to run that text via LLM. Now in this case basically what this is this is like Shopify data for different products. So we have their title and description, and what we want to do is we want to extract what kind of product that is, which gender is that product applicable for, and what is the life stage of the user for which this product might make sense. And I have like already written like very detailed prompts here. The idea here is not to compare prompts, but basically to just process multiple rows in one go. So simple, we'll use the same formula, test prompt. What is the input? This is the prompt, and let's just append the product title. Let's just tell it this is the product title, and then let's append product description. this, and then let's select the LLM model, which is Gemini 2.0 Flash. Now let us freeze these limits cells so we can drag this formula, and this one is done. So it's going to basically use this prompt, send this product title and description to Gemini 2.0 Flash, and tell you what the product type is going to be. Now since the formula is set, I can just copy paste the same formula. So now it's going to use this prompt in this cell, and for this life stage it's going to use this prompt. Now that we have this, let's just copy paste it for all this, and it's going to process. Yeah, okay, so basically, you know, there's also sort of a daily limit set, and this is purely for demo purposes, but once you use it, there will be no such limit, but you get the idea, right? You can just, in one go, you can process so many different rows using an LLM, and yeah, you can compare different LLMs, you can compare different prompts. So that is what the sheet is all about. Now let me quickly show you how to use it. So the setup guide is very straightforward. Basically, you go to our landing page, sign up, and you get API key. And to configure the API key, if your key is not configured, you'll get an option to add that API key here itself. And here you can see all the different functions that you can use. So test prompt is the formula that we've been using to call the LLM. LLM cost is basically the formula that will give you the cost. So let's say now I want to see how much would processing this kind of query. So let's say I want to know, okay, if I want to extract product type for million products, right? By sending this product title and description, how much is it going to cost me? So I'm going to select the prompt. I'm going to select product title and description, because this is all that we are sending to the LLM. Then this is the response that LLM is giving me, and this is the LLM. And let's also just, freeze this. Then, okay, and then we freeze this. So let's see. So, okay, so you see, it's only going to cost us like $39 to extract product type for million products based on the title and description. If we use Gemini 2.0 Flash, let's see how much it's going to cost to extract gender and the life stage. So $30, $40. So basically, effectively, if you see, for $110, you can extract this data, enrich your Shopify data, for million products. So that's another benefit of using the PromptLab, add-on. And then we also had this, as I mentioned, right, we had this limit. So by default, every user, you can basically use this formula called limit and select the model, and it tells you like how much lifetime limit you have for that model. So 200 is basically, you can use this formula in 200 cells, and this formula usage tells you how much you've already used. So this gives you an idea on how far you are away from your limit. Again, these limits are for demo purposes. Once you start using PromptLab, these limits are going to be much higher. So yeah, and also if you get confused as to what the formulas are, all of them are available on this dialog box here on the right. And to open this dialog box, you just need to click on extensions, click on PromptLab, and show control panel, and this panel will show up. So here you go. So this is all. Keep using PromptLab, and happy to hear what you guys have to say. Also, last thing, right now we only support these 4 models. So these 4 models have to be like written exactly as is in the cells. Otherwise, the cells will return an error.